Politicians in Germany are calling on the country to ban the full-face veil out of what it says are security and cultural concerns. Germany's Interior Minister Thomas de Maizière held a press conference on Friday announcing that the government had agreed to propose a ban on the veil in certain areas. Right-wing parties also called for increased police presence and surveillance in public. Well, Germany has seen growing security and social concerns from conservative elements since the number of migrants passed 1 million last year, mainly from Islamic countries. Well, for more on this proposal, let's speak to Rim Sarah Alouane. She's a specialist in religious freedom and is joining us from the University of Toulouse in southern France. Rim, good to speak to you. Rim Sarah, sorry, good to speak to you this morning. So let's just first of all deal with Germany before we speak about France. Now, what do you think this proposal tells us about the current feeling in Germany towards Islam and Muslims?
Indeed, I think it's a trend across Europe to go after Muslims because of security reasons. The thing is, I think different governments, just not to give the illusion they're controlling the situation, but between you and I'm not sure that going after religious attires will actually solve the issue of radicalism and terrorism. So I think this ban tells more about the situation of Muslims than it tells about the fight against terrorism.
And of course, Germany's just following in the footsteps of France, which banned the full-face veil in public a few years ago. And there's been another development in France, hasn't there, in recent weeks with the banning of burkinis in resort towns like Cannes. Now, is that a sensible reaction by the French state or a overreaction?
It's an overreaction, yeah. And actually, it's just one of the signs of this huge identity crisis France is facing. You know, the burkini ban is just the cherry on top of the cake. You know, it has been going on for years. And I mean, everybody is comparing it to the full face covering. The thing is, a burkini doesn't cover your face. And it's interesting that you mentioned the full face covering because just yesterday, the French Prime Minister Manuel Valls suggested to apply the law of the full face covering on the burkini. The problem is the burkini is not a full face covering, it's a wetsuit. So it's just give you a little sneak peek at the ambience at the moment towards Muslim minorities. And I think we are going into a dangerous path because clearly Muslims are being targeted. And the government is part of it.
Absolutely. And just finally there, Rim Sarah, you mentioned the targeting of Muslim minorities within France. Of course, the state of emergency is still in place. We know how that's been dealt with by some members of the French state in terms of knocking in doors and arresting people and holding them without charge for a long time. If you can, try and just give me sort of a sense of how the Muslim community is feeling currently in France in the light of what's happened in recent weeks over the summer and obviously this latest assault on their culture.
Regarding the Muslim community, you mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Everybody's scared. I mean, you know, French Muslims are French. They're part of this country. They are also being slaughtered along with their non-Muslim counterparts, you know. And everybody is scared, everybody is frustrated, and there is a feeling of, you know, okay, we are going to hide and remain silent because we do not want to cause, you know, people to fear us, but we are part of this country as well, you know. So everybody is scared. You know, there are some, it's quite tense, and it's not the France I know, and I think it's a shame because it goes against everything stands for liberty, equality, and fraternity.
Absolutely. Well, Rim Sarah Alouane from the University of Toulouse, thank you so much for joining us on TRT World.